Well, hello, everybody. Curse of Strahd, chapter 7. This will be our season hiatus episode. We'll be taking a little break after this, but don't worry, there'll be more D&D, don't worry. Yes. I know it's sad, Queen. It's super sad. But it's fine, because that just means more D&D. More D&D. But don't worry, this Curse of Strahd will just go on a hiatus for a little bit, and then we'll bring it back up in a couple of months. Put in another show in between. No big deal. But more on that tomorrow when we do Dungeon Talk. Good times. Be sure you stop by and ask me a lot of questions. But today, do y'all have any inspo and luck to give out? All you tier subbers. You will know that you're a tier sub by being able to use one of the lovely emotes that Judgy DM has available. Inspo and luck can be given out to any of the players, but it expires after this session, so it's just a way for all you tier 1 or higher subscribers to come by and, show your love, contribute, do some things, hopefully help your friends get through whatever the session has in store for them. But it's by no means mandatory. It's just a way to get it out there. If you at any point are giving out inspo and luck, just be sure to tag me, the Judgy DM, so that I can see it and make sure I relay it to the players. But yeah, we will be starting here shortly. I just wanted to check one more thing. Okay, I'll remember that. Sweet. We will do this and this. And I should be unmuted here in a sec. Hello, I am back.
Well, it's about time.
Well, it's not been that long. Did you miss me?
A lot.
So in our previous episode, our heroes woke up in the morning at the tavern and realized that they got an invitation to a wedding that they did not know was happening. Upon going to the fairgrounds, they encountered Madame Eva, and shortly after they attended the wedding in question. Turns out it was friends of Mazora's, as one of the clerics that she knew back in her church before coming to Barovia was getting married to a woman that he just met the day before. And on Milo's persistent request to investigate who this woman was, they encountered the priest, who more or less changed things up for them as the sky started to rain blood, and soon his visage changed horribly, and he is what is known as a lich. And the lich priest attacked the crew, and after downing a couple of them, and they were able to scurrily save themselves, they were able to finish off this evil priest. And before they could ask too many questions or figure out what was going on, they sensed the arrival of a notable Strahd, as he kind of summoned some of his wolves to his aid, just as a menacing taunt. The party still on the down and down from the attack with the priest felt it was better to retreat for the time being, and they made their way into the fair, or the events that were taking place. The mist kind of like settled in to where it engulfed just around the outside of the fairgrounds, and now they are kind of finding their way, gaining footing, and hopefully finding some time to rest before they make another step. The day is still young. The rain has stopped, but other than that, yep, we'll open up with the events taking place. So the group of you are currently in these fairgrounds. There are many different tents and other things out there available to you as far as merchants and things of that nature. However, a lot of it is kind of like flashy. There are people on stilts doing like tricks, throwing like people from one person to another. There's other people doing like fire tricks, like breathe or taking in the fire and then like blowing it out. Overall, it's pretty scenic, lively, kind of terror inducing if you don't like this sort of thing. But most of the townspeople are currently at this fair, as well as just the fair people in general. It seems like there might be some Vistani there as far as the performers portion goes, but what would you all like to do currently?
Oh, first thing Mazer wants to do is she wants to channel her divinity and use Preserve Life. It allows her to use 35 hit points to divide the hit points between any creatures within 30 feet of her.
Okay. So you're just kind of like focusing a bit, praying lightly, and hopefully restoring some of your party members' hit points so that they look a little bit better than they were before.
She wants to give 21 hit points to Milo and use 14 on herself.
Okay. Just go in and add those portions. So Milo, you're wherever you're at compared to the party. You feel this like rejuvenating energy kind of go over your entire like body and armor and everything. And after it dissipates, you feel a bit refreshed, a bit more than what you were feeling prior to.
That was real nice.
He kind of glances back over his shoulder.
Appreciate that, Mesra.
Mention it.
Where is Klugel and Zashida?
With the group, I would say. We're all kind of...
Zashida is at the rear of the group. She's still a bit on alert.
Okay.
To make sure Strahd keeps his distance.
Okay. Do you want to do a perception check to see if you're being followed or if anyone around you in the crowd is acting like strangely?
That's a 10 perception check.
You know nothing.
Yep.
Is anyone else looking to potentially give advantage?
I mean,
Of
yeah.
course.
Of course.
Yeah.
God, roll that
Well,
one
I mean,
again.
we're all kind of like on edge right now.
I would definitely say so.
So we're all rolling perception?
Yeah.
Much better, 16.
14.
Okay, dokes. Generally, you're not getting like a feel that you're being followed, like that sinking feeling you get when you're like walking down a cobblestone road and you just feel like someone's watching you. You're not getting that feeling. There are a lot of people weaving in and out of the crowd, you know, showing excitement and other joyous for the occasions that are taking place, but for the most part, you don't feel like you're being followed.
I think we need to try to find a ride to Crash so we can get to that abbey. I don't think we should spend any more time here.
I agree. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
Yeah, no more weddings.
No more weddings.
Okay.
Perhaps
So
we
yeah,
should. Perhaps we should get a move on to where we were going to go before this beautiful wedding happened.
As y'all are walking through the crowd, you all notice up ahead there is an animal tamer with a very large black panther in his cage, and he is petitioning other viewers to come and watch as the sign above it says the Gnome Eater, and there's like a vicious image of like Black Panther just like clawing at this gnome, and the tamer himself is a gnome of relatively older stature. He has kind of like a small goatee that is grayed, and he looks at you all as you're passing by. Oh, hello! Would you like to see the vicious Gnome Eater? And he like points at the Black Panther, and the Black Panther just gives like a puff as it's indifferent about this display that it's in.
And Zashida's just like, may I ask why that poor creature is stuck in a cage?
Because if it was out, it would eat all the gnomes. Are you reading the sign, my dear?
Not to say that random events are bad, but last time we went to a random event, we almost died. I was all for moving on and trying to get to where we're going.
Well, Zashida, everyone clearly can tell Zashida's not very happy seeing this poor creature stuck in a cage where it should be in, you know, out in the wild, living its best life.
Milo looks at the gnome. Why would you have a wild animal in a cage called the Gnome Eater if you're a gnome?
Well, that's part of the act, young man.
The act.
Yes.
Zashida looks at this gnome. She's clearly not happy. Like, her blood is boiling. But she glares at him and she goes, animals are not meant for your enjoyment. Release the creature now.
Intimidation check.
Yep, that was a 17.
It's like, well, young lady, the animal isn't hurt or anything. I feed it. A man has to make a living.
How would you feel if you were kept in a cage?
Well, actually, I used to be a slave, so you know how it feels.
Then you of all people should know what this creature is feeling.
The creature's in the cage more for everyone else's safety than it is for its own. I let it out when it's able to, but not around so many people.
So she's gonna cast Speak with Animals, and she's gonna talk to this panther.
Okay.
Greetings, friend.
Greetings.
My name is Sashida. What's yours?
I don't normally get asked that question. I would suppose that this one does not have a name.
I'm very sorry. How long have you been in the company of this short little man?
He kind of like laughs. Roughly half a year.
Are you happy to be here?
It beats being in the shackles that I was previous. This small creature saved this one from a man-made trap that I was in.
I see. Do you have any ambitions on getting out of here?
Ambitions go as they go. To be perfectly fair, I'm indifferent about the whole thing.
Well, if you did want to get out of here, break free of this cage, I'd be more than willing to break you out. I do not like seeing poor creatures kept against their will, but that is entirely up to you, whether
to
you
the
want to
little.
escape or not.
You'll find he is more agreeable than you might think. After all, if I choose to leave, I probably could.
All right then. Well, if you're content here, then I won't stop you then. And she looks to the gnome gentleman. He seems quite content, I suppose.
Well, I do take care of him. I told you this.
If I hear differently, you better watch your back.
Do you go around making such bold threats to everyone?
Pretty much.
Well, it's not quite a way to make friends.
There's really talking about having an animal that eats people, but, you know, who are we to judge, right?
He kind of looks at you strangely. Well, I would think you would judge me now, considering you haven't even seen the show, but as you wish.
Name like no meter, I'm not exactly sure this is my cup of tea.
Yeah, this is why I like animals. Much more simple.
But best of luck to you on your show.
The group turns and Shishida's already like 5 feet away from him, walking down the street.
Yeah, we're leaving. No, don't care. Leaving. Getting out of this topsy-turvy shithole.
Last time I did a side quest, we almost died. I'm out.
Mazero's following everybody else.
Okay.
Fuck this side quest.
Y'all walk
Okay, don't
for
worry,
a
I'm the-
bit, and you get to like the end or the perimeter of the Fairfields, and you see like that mist kind of like permeating.
Don't think we'll be able to get anywhere on foot. Perhaps we should look for a carriage.
I agree.
Make a perception check.
Oh my god. That's it, I'm getting regular dice, hold on.
A 7.
Fuck this digital
What is that?
dice.
Just like your
5.
entire proficiency.
I can't! I have a +3 to perception! I don't under-fucking stand!
Remember that thing I said earlier
12.
about die rolls mattering far more than proficiencies?
You look over to the left and you see kind of like a carriage. Not like the trailer carriage that you saw earlier. Regular carriage, and a young human male just kind of like sitting there, more or less watching the fair from afar.
Think we should ask if he would take us to where we need to go?
Works for me.
This lady's about as good as idea as any.
I think it's the best shot we have.
Alright,
So
then.
as you approach, I guess, this male, he looks at you all, and then as he realizes that you're walking towards him, he kind of like stands up straight. Can I help you?
Yes, we're looking for someone to take us somewhere that we need to go.
Where?
Need to go to Crash.
Oh, that's a bit of a day's ride.
Can you take us there or not?
I'm just a stable boy. You can ask my master over there. He might want some type of payment for it, though. It is a bit far.
Very
Who's he
well.
gesturing to?
Up ahead, there's like a tent, and you can see like they have like a candle or something lit, because you can see the glow, and inside the outside, you can see the visage of some humanly looking bodies.
I was waiting for you to say up ahead is Strahd. Like, ah!
No, I was waiting for it to be the fucking gnome. I was waiting for it to be the fucking gnome, and I was about to be like, nope. It's that. Like, I don't care. Alright, so this is like the only carriage that we're seeing around. Lady St. Clouds is long gone, everything, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's off to the tent we go.
Yeah, why not? What could possibly go wrong?
Milo, you really need to stop saying that.
Yeah, I really am just tempting fate at this point.
It's just one of those days. We'll be fine. Nobody's died yet. Google gives like a thumbs up, like a yeah.
Key word. Yet.
So you approach this tent. The tent itself is closed, but the drawings for it aren't tied down, so you just have to pull the veil and go in if you were.
Sheeta holds the flap open for everybody.
I was gonna try to awkwardly knock on the flap, but in we go.
Probably, all right.
Klugel, if you were to go in, you might have to like crouch a bit.
All right, I'm not gonna be the first one in because, like I said, I was trying to knock and then she pulls it open, so I'm just like,
Okay.
Milo looks at Mesra. You want to go or you want me?
I'll go.
All right.
Mizura goes in.
So Mizura walks into this tent. In front of you, you see a much older man, still human. He has long black and white hair, as if it's graying, just like over his shoulders. He wears like a kind of like notched cap. The bill of it's kind of like notched a little. But other than that, he's wearing just plain leathers, and he seems to be smoking a cigar by this candle lit as he's looking at a map.
Excuse me.
Yes.
My friends and I were looking for someone to give us a ride to Crash.
Crash. What's there? Sinkhole.
There's an... We were told there was an abbey there.
Well, yeah, there's an abbey, and there's a garden and other things, but the people there are all piss.
Regardless, my friends and I must get there.
Guess, well, why are you telling me?
Stable Boy said we should come and ask you.
And he kind of takes a deep inhale from his cigar. Of course he did. He exhales the smoke out. What is your name, little one?
Azura.
Nazara. How many of you would like to go to Crash?
There's 4 of us.
Right, 4. 4. Day and a half's travel. Are you equipped for camping? We're going to have to stop somewhere along the way.
Yes, I believe we are.
Well, if it's 4 of you, I imagine 2 gold apiece. Do you need to come back?
No.
2 gold apiece.
Don't. So 8 gold?
Yes.
She hands him 8 gold.
Well, when are we setting off?
As soon as possible, if we can.
Right. Well. I'll gather my things here, get my equipment ready. Go tell the stable boy that I said get the horses ready, and I will meet him out there in a bit.
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you. And you see him, he gets up from his seat, starts to gather up his notes and papers and other things, and he goes over and he starts like packing up his gear.
And Mazura leaves the tent, trying not to cough from the smoke.
Ah, yes, how'd it go?
She's just kind of trying to regain her breath, regain some fresh air.
Oh, sorry, Klugel asked you how did it go?
It went well enough. We're going to be leaving soon. We need to tell Stable Boy to get the horses ready.
Alright, well, seems simple enough.
Yeah, straightforward. Let's do it.
I walk over and let the stable hand know.
Oh, is the large one coming as well?
I look over at Klugel.
I'm just like looking around, like
yeah. Yeah, he's coming as well.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, me.
He starts
yes.
getting the horses fed and ready up.
I don't think there's anything else. I'm not really wanting to dabble too much longer in this town myself.
Yep, so she is just leaning against a nearby tree with her arms crossed, waiting for everything to be ready.
So a couple of minutes pass, and the man comes out of the tent. He has a backpack over his shoulder, and you can see that there's various like doodads and things, lantern, rope, stuff to set up a tent, He doesn't seem to be too worried about the one that he left. He did blow out the candle before he left, but he is still smoking the cigar that he had previously. He just makes his way over to the cart and everything, sets his bag down next to where he will be manning the rails, and kind of like looks at all of you. Just so we're clear, I'm not here to keep you all alive. You all should know by now that there's things out there that like to kill folks. I'll try and make it as expedient as possible. Meals are on you, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, my name's Donner. The stable lad is named Kip. Any questions?
When are we leaving?
As soon as you all get on board.
Cloga's already jumping in. Let's go.
So this carriage is much different. It's just kind of like old pilgrim style carriage where there's a bonnet over the backside for usually storing equipment and other things that they need to transport. But through not too much effort, y'all are able to get back there and kind of like sit on various crates or things to position yourselves without much trouble.
Alright. Well, I guess someone should be able to keep an eye out just in case of things. Milo says, not trying to worry the guy leading us, that we might have the big bad after us.
I'll take first watch.
I mean, first watch, but we're driving. I'm sure we'll be fine.
You never be too careful.
Milo takes this opportunity to catch a bit more sleep, a little more shut-eye, to
I mean,
do what he can.
Cloga's
Takes
not gonna
out-
be resting on the ride at least. So
He
Mazer's
takes
gonna
out
be
his bottle and takes a swig, corks it back.
Mazer's gonna be keeping her eyes open in case we pass into midnight, so she can take her potion.
Okay. Not too much time passes, and Kip's able to get all the horses ready. He connects them to the carriage as he's supposed to, and gets into the shotgun seat next to Donner, which is that knapsack of stuff in between them. You feel the carriage like slowly take off and then start to gain some momentum as it enters into this mist. Not so much from your seeing, but around the sides of the carriage, Kip has lit a couple of the lanterns that are serving more as like light guidance, so he can keep track of like where they are on the road and things of that nature, and relay it to Donner. And Donner also has his lantern lit up at the front as they're going through this kind of like foggy stance.
So do you think we'll find anything once we get to Crash?
I hope so. I know Honor said the people there aren't too kind.
Zashida, make a Constitution save.
Uh, 16.
As you're riding, you get a mental wisp into the mind or the eyes of some other creature or thing, and you see behind these bars as it maneuvers through various people kind of like running frantically back and forth. There's fire off in the distance. Many tents and things are on fire. And then the vision kind of like fades out and you're back on the carriage with everyone else.
Gods, was that?
What's up there, Zashida? You look a little spooked.
Does she recognize the scene from the vision?
Roll a insight check.
A 5!
You were able to briefly see the gnome that you spoke to earlier on the outside of the bars. So you imagine you were seeing through the eyes of the panther.
That panther's in trouble.
What panther?
Panther from before?
I never met a panther.
The big black cat we saw earlier.
At the circus?
Yes.
It's in trouble, you say?
Yes.
Who cares? We're moving so fast in the opposite direction. Not that poor panther, yes, but I assume if we go there, we too will be in trouble.
She uses her staff to help herself up. I can't leave him. I am going back.
You gonna jump out into this sweet, sweet fog?
Yes, I'll catch up. And she jumps out of the carriage.
Make a acrobatics check
Oh no.
as you jump out of this.
A 20! Oh my god!
Sweet. You're able to jump out and do one of those flip rolls, and you watch as the carriage is now taking off away from you, and you are getting surrounded by this mist.
She's gonna use Wild Shape and try to sniff her way back to town.
Okay. Roll a perception check at disadvantage because it's hard to see.
But I'm trying to smell, so wouldn't I have advantage?
So regular check.
Oh my god! Yeah, no, it's a 4.
You're trying to sense out where this I guess tent is, or like the fairgrounds are, and everything is kind of like blending into each other as this mist is making it very disorienting as far as where you are in relative to everything else.
So while that's going on, I'm gonna nudge Milo and be like, Milo, she jumped out. Milo. Milo. Milo.
I think he's in a deep sleep.
Yep, he might be slumbering still.
And
But yeah,
also,
you all
Mazer, I'm like, Mazer, she jumped out.
Kugel, Mazera, and Milo all saw, well, maybe not Milo, but you all saw as Zashida like jumps into this mist and like vanishes shortly after as the carriage is still going forward.
And Mazera is terrified for Zashida. You know?
But she does nothing. She's like, that's a lot of nope that I'm not gonna do.
I'm like, should we turn the cart around?
I don't know if we can.
Milo, you're kind of hearing them kind of conversate back and forth, and it's drawing you out of your short rest.
What's the problem?
Zashida jumped out of the carriage.
What?
She said that big black cat was in trouble and she needed to go after it, and she jumped out.
Oh, for fuck! I'd like bang on the. How far away are we from the town?
this rate, y'all would be at least a mile and a half.
I'd try to get the driver's attention. Hey, we don't need you to flip around.
The carriage kind of comes to a halt. We need to do what?
Somebody fell out. We need to go save her.
Look, long story short, one of our people jumped out, started running back to the town. We need to actually flip around and go grab her.
Listen, are y'all
Look,
a group of crazies?
I mean,
Sure,
yes,
group of
but no.
crazies who are paying you. Come on.
Yeah, well, you didn't pay me to double back.
We could pay for the inconvenience.
Kip, you know what to do. And Kip like jumps off, starts to readjust the lanterns a little bit, and then hops back on as Donner's kind of like turning this carriage around. Zashida, make another Constitution save.
I got a natural 20 plus 3, so it's a 23.
Okay. As that happens, you find yourself close to the ground, and your vision kind of like transfers over again, and you see as more terror. Some people are on fire, running around frantically, and the cage is like no longer present, and then everything kind of like fades out, but it's slightly different than when you saw through his eyes the last time.
What do you mean by different?
Like, it's not like your vision's fading out, it's like the cat itself faded out.
A cat faded out?
Yeah, and like everything went black again.
Well, Zashida's really fearing for this panther's life. And she books it faster down the dirt path to try to get to town.
Okay. Make a dexterity save.
15.
Are you what do you look like currently? Are you still flying, or are you just like in human form? What's
Well, considering she couldn't smell anything, she turns back and she's booking it. She's in human form, booking it back to town.
Okay. You're running in the direction that you hope is back to town, and out of nowhere, this dark cloud kind of appears in front of you, and this black panther like jumps out of it and lands shortly next to you.
You?
And you hear in your mind, "Little one, you made it out."
She kind of like kneels on one knee in front of him. What's happened?
Something attacked the fair, I imagine. I chose to get out.
And how exactly did you get out?
And you watch as it like bamfs, vanishes, and kind of like appears behind you. I have my ways.
Huh. Interesting. I've never seen a panther like you before.
I've never seen a human like you.
Well, you're more than welcome to accompany me.
This one feels you should be on guard. Someone is approaching. And as it says that into your mind, you see as the lanterns from the carriage kind of like are approaching in your vicinity.
Zashida, does she recognize the lanterns? They're from the carriage that they were on, or?
Yeah, it seems to be the direction that you were leaving from, so As it gets closer, the horses and everything looks recognizable, and the carriage is more prominent as the fit.
It's all right. They're not a threat. They're my friends.
Very well. And just as it's approaching, it like comes to a halt. Are you going to be a problem, miss?
Probably
Donner
if an
says
animal's
to you.
life is in danger.
Well, if every animal's life is in danger on our way to crash, we're never going to get there.
Milo jumps out and just kind of waves a hand at the guy, like, yeah, we get it. Hey, what's going on?
I'm sorry, Milo. While we were in the carriage, I had a vision. And this panther here was in danger. I couldn't very well leave it behind.
Looks fine to me. Let's get rolling.
Wait a minute, is this the same one that was in the cage?
Yes, the very
How
same.
Why? Okay, did the act go wrong? Like, what the hell's it doing all the way out here?
He said something attacked the festival. And he made it out.
Can we discuss this while we're heading to crash, please?
Very well.
And as y'all are coming to that conclusion, you look ahead and the mist is parting at a rapid pace, and some flame-type horse is headed in your direction, with obviously
Milo.
someone riding it.
You see what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I'm not liking it.
Think we need to get a move on.
Yep. Hey, you might want to turn these horses around again. Quick. I like
Donner-
grab one of the reins. I grab one of the reins and help the kid move the fucking horses around, like to flip this bitch.
Kip helps as well. Donner's like booking it. The freaking carriage does a freaking 180 spin as it's starting to take off. Y'all are currently being chased by this flame being in your midst.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like any part of that.
In God's is that?
Can I do a history check to see if I recognize what the hell this thing is?
Sure.
Sure doesn't look nice.
Mazura's gonna do a history check too.
14.
21.
I feel like one of us is really gonna know what it is.
So, Mazura, you've never seen anything like this before, although as you're seeing as this flamed horse is headed towards you, you catch a glimpse, and the rider in question does not have a head. Like it's gone. Like it's just like neck down.
Horse's rider doesn't have a head.
So we don't know what it is, but we just know that this thing ain't got a head.
Yeah.
All right, hold on tight. And Zashida is going to cast Erupting Earth. And she's going to put it about... Well, how far is this horseman from the carriage?
Currently about 60 feet.
All right, well, as the carriage is moving, Zashida's going to place it about 30 feet away from the carriage at that point.
Okay.
And she's going to make the earth churn and stone erupting out of a 20-foot cube.
Okay.
And the horseman needs to make a dexterity saving throw of 14.
Okay.
And then I need to do 3d12. If he makes the save, he takes half the damage.
18.
All right, cool.
I'm-
12 damage.
Okay. So you watch as Sashida makes the earth erupt, fissures and other chunks of dirt begin to blast out at this charging horseman, and it's maneuvering the horse through as best it can, landing on any pieces that can hold its weight. It does seem to like strike out at the horse, but it still keeps blazing through, coming up after you.
So I'm gonna use my divine sense right quick. See if this thing is a celestial fiend or undead, or if it's
It
just like
is
a construct
fiend.
or. Cool, neat. Sacred flame, 60 feet, right? Fucking Colonel Mustang, that shit. I don't fucking think so. Needs to make a dexterity save of 15.
17.
Right, it makes it.
Light erupts. Seems to like dodge out of the veil's way, and still continues to charge up after you.
Anybody got anything to shoot at this damn thing? Something tells
Hey.
me, unless. Well, actually, hold on. Hey, you cool or you gonna be a bastard?
You're calling out to the creature.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a head.
Doesn't mean it can't talk.
You don't get a response.
Cool. Alright, well, oh, fuck this thing.
Mazera?
Mazera's gonna also cast Sacred Flame at it, so it's gotta make a dex save of 14.
That one is only 13.
So he
That
failed.
motherfucker get hit that one.
Yeah.
Takes 7 damage.
Okay. 7 points of erupting radiant damage hits off of the shoulder of this headless horseman. Klugel, are you doing anything?
So how far away is it?
Now it's about 50 feet, give or take, as y'all are.
Oh, it's
progressing
gaining
forward.
on us. Good.
And it looks like it doesn't like us, right?
I mean, it hasn't done anything to y'all yet. It's just charging.
All right, I'm a hold for now. I don't even think I have anything really ranged. Oh wait, yeah, I got a crossbow. I'm gonna shoot.
Are you shooting it or are you holding the shot?
No, I'm gonna fire. I mean, I've already done damage to it. It's already pissed. So I got 20 crossbow bolts,
Okay.
and I'm gonna fire one of them off. Ka-cha. Okay, that's a crit. That's a crit fail. Not a good one. Bad one.
Oh.
Gosh.
I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
Nope.
Never mind.
That's a 1 with a total of 5.
I think that misses.
I would say so.
So you shoot.
We're moving too fast.
It goes off into the mist and vanishes. At this point, Donner looks back at the carriage. He's like, "This wasn't part of the deal," and he kind of like whips at the horses to gain momentum. And
Yeah,
you
no
all-
offense. Wasn't really our plan either.
You all watch as you run, and this horse kind of like slows down and soon fades off into the mist behind you.
Is it gone?
Don't know.
I can't see it anymore.
Ah, we were fine.
You're gonna have to pay a lot to make up for this.
I nudge,
Zashida-
I nudge Mezera. Don't you fucking say that.
Zashida looks to the panther. That horseman. Was that the one who attacked the festival?
Looks to be the same.
Damn.
Goody. Alright, well, oh, fuck. Well, my only thing, this guy actually owes us, because otherwise he would have been there and been murdered with everybody else. Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, seems we have one entity chasing us right now, but it seems it stopped.
Yes, but why did it stop?
I don't know. Whatever this is, I
Maybe-
have a feeling this is more of Strahd's games.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing that it didn't, we're kind of beat up. I did say not to go back, and somebody decided maybe we should go back, and can we just get to where we're going?
Here. I'm gonna leave. Somebody jumps off. We're gonna go back and make sure they're alright. How would you like it if you fell off and we just kept riding?
I'm talking about not the jumping off part of the jumping off part. Yes, that.
Zashida sighs. I did say I would come catch up.
Yes, but you would the horse, the head, the.
Regardless, it's done.
Am I just an illogical robot here? I'm very confused.
What's done is done. Just get to crash.
Let's get where we're going. I'm exhausted and I don't even sleep.
So throughout the rest of the ride, Zashida talks with this panther, and she goes, "So you still don't have a name, do you?"
That is correct.
Actually, DM, if I may interrupt this real briefly. My divine sense, did it pick up what the hell this panther is?
No, it's not celestial, fiend, or undead.
But it can bamf. Got it.
How would you like the name Nox?
How do you spell that?
Nox.
Nox?
Mm-hmm.
This one is not bothered either way. You can refer to me as whatever you would like.
Then Nox it is. This is the party that I travel with. Over there is Klugel. The woman over there is Mazera. And the short gentleman over there is Milo.
He kind of studies them a bit. Yes. These are peculiar friends, but I have seen stranger groupings.
They're very good people.
Zashida,
Hmm?
do you think Kitty would mind if I pet his head?
Zashida looks to Nox. Would you mind if Mazera pet your head?
He kind of eyes you warily for a second. If that is what you would like, sure.
Is that what you want?
It makes no difference to me either way.
Alright then. Zashida kind of motions Mazera to walk over.
And Mazera walks over.
Mazera, this is Nox.
Hello, Nox.
It kind of like nods, acknowledging you, Mazer.
He gave you the okay to pet his head.
So Mazera gently pets him on the head.
You see his like left ear like twitches a little, but not in a bad way. And he closes his eyes and like hum purrs a bit ruskily.
It's really cute.
Milo chuckles. Cute ain't exactly what I would have called it, but
And
sure.
what would you call Noct then, Milo? She asks with a smirk.
Let's
Dangerous
see.
comes to mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're roughly about ballpark. What about 5 feet long? Give or take. And I'm ballparking that thing probably weighs at least 130, 145 pounds. Yeah, I'd say that's a big ball of terrorizer right there.
Well, if you treat him with respect, you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Wasn't this thing called the no meter?
Good thing I'm not a gnome.
Yeah, halfling, gnome, we kind of roughly about the same height.
Sashida chuckles. I don't think Nox is going to eat you, Milo, if that's what you're afraid of.
I'm not afraid of getting eaten, but at the same time, there is a halfling putting their hand dangerously close to its mouth.
Sashida's like, Nox, are you going to bite Mazora or Milo? Did you actually eat a gnome?
I'm not going to eat your friends. Their armor would get in my teeth. But
Sashida
no,
chuckles.
the eating of the gnome is just a prank.
Well, if you must know, Milo, he said he wasn't going to eat you. Your armor would get in the way. And the whole gnome eating was just an act.
Fair enough. Well, glad your cat companion here could get free before the headless, whatever the hell that was, could cook him in the cage. Be a bad way to go.
Yes, there would be. I'm glad he's safe. Think we all should get some rest while we can. And be on the lookout for that headless horseman.
If you would like to
Me-
rest, I can watch for you.
Are you sure, Noel?
Just you. You are the first human that tried to get me out of there.
I appreciate it, thank you.
Milo kind of
Google
glances
will
at
not
the
be
driver.
sleeping.
Okay.
I do not trust the Panther Watch.
Well, I don't sleep anyways, but I also think that somebody did jump out of the door last time we were trying to rest, so I just don't trust anything.
About how much longer till we're trying to make camp?
Well, I would like to roughly get as much distance in. The night's still young, and it's better to travel when it's young than late. At least for another 7 hours before.
Fair enough, fair enough. Alright. So I'll take first watch with the Nox.
And on that note, we are going to take a 5-minute break. Go get some
We're alive
popcorn.
again, guys.
Go get some things. Effectively, y'all aren't going to encounter anything in the next 7 hours, so you could take a long rest if you need it.
Yup.
This next portion, when we open up, will be a bit of role play, but we'll take it by ear. But yeah, we'll be back soon.
The Sheeta jumping out the door.
And we are back. I'm not muted anymore.
Neither am I.
I was never muted.
Right.
So in that time frame, I added Nox to your character sheet, Zashida. You should have all the stats of him. He can die, so keep that in mind. However, he acts after your turn if you were to go into combat.
Okay. Where is he on my character sheet?
Should be extras.
Might have to reload it.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, yep, I got it.
So first watch Klugel, Milo, and Nox. Y'all are just riding along. Did Mazera also take a rest?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The two girls are trying to catch up on sleep. What are y'all doing?
So I'm swapping between like looking outside and like looking at this tiger that I really don't trust.
The
You know,
panther,
mix,
you
mix.
uncultured swine.
It's a black tiger, whatever.
Oh goodness.
But yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Milo?
Kind of keeping an eye out, but also just figured, fuck it, I'm gonna try something. Miles gonna try to use telepathy with the Nox. Try to see if he can have a conversation with it. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Miles' eyes go wide a little bit. Holy shit, I didn't actually think this would work. Damn. Alright. What the... So you don't remember seeing anything in that town that was starting the fire that got you out of that cage?
I got myself out of the cage. The thing that caused the fire was that creature that was following us.
Is that thing possibly going after you?
I doubt it.
I mean,
It
it
seemed
did
to
seem
cause
to
havoc
follow
to
you
the-
out of town.
It seemed to cause havoc to the fairgrounds in general.
Yeah, but if that's the case, if it just was there to burn the town to the ground, why'd it follow you out of town?
I do not believe it was following me. I just believe we were headed in the same direction.
Right. Look, I'm gonna level with you right now. Kinda had a lot of crazy shit happen to us in the last, feels like 2 days. Son of a bitch, I just remembered something. Anyway. So, sorry if I'm, a little untrusting.
Well, you have nothing to worry about me. I am one of the rare good things in this land. Have you ever heard of blink panthers?
Blink Panthers. Can't say I have.
Well, similar to blink cats, or fey creatures in the wild, fairly rare. However, one thing of importance is we don't originate from here. I am not from Barovia, as they call it.
So did you come here by choice, or were you dragged here?
I came here with my companion, who
Your companion.
arrived here not by choice.
That headless horseman wasn't your companion, right?
No.
Alright, not to Knox. Is that actually your name, or did she come up with that?
That is a name that was given to me by her.
Well, I mean, what'd your other companion call you?
I cannot remember. It has been too long.
Milo kind of squints his eyes a bit. How long were you in that cage?
I was with the small one for half a year's time, I imagine. However, I have been in Barovia for far longer than that.
Milo just kind of like nods his head, not wanting to keep asking, like to dig a little deeper with that, but also being like, yeah, it's still a giant cat. Alright, fair enough. Well, lovely chatting with you there, Knox. Do you... Wait a minute, you said you're a Blink Panther?
Yes.
So do you, like, sleep? Eat? Any of that?
If I choose to.
If you choose. Like, do you need to do it to survive? That's what I'm getting at.
No, I do not.
Well, I'd say get some shut-eye, or it seems you don't really do that unless you so choose. So, just keep your eyes peeled then. Lord only knows what else they're gonna throw at us out here. By they, I guess, Strahd.
Milo, is that what they call you?
Yep.
This one sees into your mind. It can see your past.
Is that so?
Yes. There's many troubles that you keep, that you hold to yourself. Do you do this out of want, necessity?
Milo just kind of like doesn't glare at him, but just kind of like does a little half smile. Well, what I keep to myself, I like to keep to myself for multitude of reasons. First and foremost, it ain't nobody else's problem other than mine. If I wanted people to know about some of the shit from my past, well, then I'd let them know personally. Otherwise, I keep to myself. Is that a good enough answer for you?
It serves its purpose as an answer to the question I provided. It bothers me not.
You normally talk in circles like that? Seem a very, oh, how they say it, laissez-faire kind of way about you. You don't seem to care one way or the other. A lot of things I've noticed.
How long have you been in Barovia?
Fuck. Couple days, maybe a week.
When it turns into centuries, come see how you act towards everything.
Milo's eyes go a little wide. Centuries? How fucking old are you? And like that last bit, like it isn't even telepathy. That one's like he just literally asked it out loud.
I am a fade creature. We live for a long time.
I don't know, like 50-ish, I think.
Milo kind of looks over at Google. Sorry, I apologize. I was talking to the cat.
Right. I like look over at the cat. And then just look away.
Been here for centuries?
This one believes that is true.
Let me get the hell out of here. Milo kind of stops using telepathy and just kind of starts staring out the side of the wagon.
Make a perception check, you two.
Oh, sure. 13.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful too.
Nice. So you hear some rummaging, and then eventually, Kip, while the cart is still moving, kind of like crawls his way around the back of the carriage, and kind of like crouches down, looks at you. My master was wondering if we could possibly increase the payment. There's an extra gold fee for pets, and he looks at the panther.
Extra gold for pets. Well, I do believe we didn't really agree to that. Then again, we said we'd have 4 passengers, and there are still only 4 passengers. Your master wants to discuss a change of payment. He kind of got us by the short and curlies by having us halfway out of the middle of nowhere. Seems a little, suspect, if you ask me. Possibly even a little disingenuous.
I don't see how it's disingenuous.
How much is he trying to bump the cost up?
1 whole gold.
Milo narrows his eyes a bit. You want another gold piece because our cat friend over there decided to tag along.
It's just a business, sir. I'm only the stable boy.
There seems to be a lot more than just that. Stable boy outside of a stable don't make a whole lot of sense.
Well, I do
However,
tend to the horses.
what does he do?
He rides them, pushes them, gets them to where they need to be.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I give you this gold, if I give you this gold, I don't want to hear any more about any more price hikes or additional cost. Is that fair?
Well, I'm not the negotiator, sir. I'm only instructed to ask you about payment. If you choose not to pay it, I mean, you can take it up with the master.
Well, like I said, if I hand you this gold piece, this is the last of the money you're getting out of us.
You don't plan on having anyone else join us, do you?
Milo just kind of narrows his eyes a little bit. No, I don't.
I guess it should be fine then.
Yeah, it will be. And he slides the gold. He tosses the kid the gold coin.
He takes it, puts it in like his little pouch side, and he goes over to the other side and pulls out a couple of vials and sets them down. Don't tell the master I gave you these. And then he like goes out the back and crawls back to the front.
Milo kind of takes a look at the vials. Right.
Inside of them are noticeable potions of healing. There's 3 of them.
Oh. Well then. Maybe the kid's not half bad. Yeah. Milo kind of takes them and then just kind of tucks them into his sack.
Okay. Unless y'all have anything else. The next several hours go without a hitch. You'll make it to an overlanding. There's kind of like a cliffside that valleys down to a small lake. But the mist has kind of like weaned off a bit, and Donner takes this time to get safe enough passage down with the cart and everything without drawing attention if they were to set up camp for the night. So the cart comes to a halt. Kip gets to work, starts setting up the tent and everything else. Donner starts working on the campfire, although he does have various like a kind of like a pitch over it that's filled with water in case he needs to burn it out real quick. Other than that, he is just tending to his gear and making sure everything's set up properly as Kip finishes putting the tent together and then tends to the horses and makes sure they have water and everything. But for y'all just feel the cart come to a stop as all this is going on.
Milo kind of wakes up the girls.
Guess we're here.
We're here.
Zashida kind of like rolls on her side. 5 more minutes.
Yeah, that's
Goes back to
adorable.
sleep.
Milo just kind of takes his shield. Yeah, that's cute. And then taps the hammer against it to make like kind of a clang noise. Dun.
And she immediately shoots up. What? What's going on?
We're setting up camp.
Oh.
Although now it's good to know where to get you up and moving.
She raises a brow at him.
He winks and then hops down.
Right.
Ooh.
Time for some fanfic.
Oh gosh.
No.
You
Them
said it.
sideburns
You have
just
to do
sends the sheet off.
That's what Milo thinks.
Oh gosh.
I am a pious man. Nothing could stray me from the path of God. Alright, so yeah, Milo hops down and kind of starts just helping set up camp as far as like gathering wood, anything else for the fire and stuff like that.
Okay. Make a perception or investigation check, whichever is higher.
Oh, I imagine perception's gonna be quite a bit higher. Yep. 14.
You're able to get a bundle of wood. A lot of it is kind of like damp from the mist, so you were able to get mostly the dry pieces from underneath a lot of the other either fallen over trees or things of that nature. But as you're out collecting wood, can you make a let's go with nature check.
Ooh. $14.
You're picking up wood just casually, and you see kind of like a greenish hued glow off not too far in the distance, and it's like dimmering in and out. About from your area, it's about 30 feet out, and it's kind of like over by this tree that has like moss on it and like, you know, fungus, mushrooms and things growing at its base.
Wait, say that one more time?
You
So
see
it's-
this
it's a-
glow
it's a-
coming from over by this tree, about 30 feet from you.
Okay.
It's like a greenish hued glow.
How far am I away from the camp?
No more than, I would say 40 feet. You're kind of like right outside the base, underneath the cliff setting, where the forest kind of just brushes up to it.
Milo walks towards the fungus. Towards the glowing green light. Cautiously, of course.
You hear a giggle, like a little kid's giggle.
Take.
Milo stops as soon as he hears the giggle. He then kind of starts to back up a little slowly.
You hear in your mind, a whisper. What are you doing?
Milo drops the sticks. Gathering some wood. What are you doing?
Oh, you're not doing very well. And they laugh.
They?
Yeah, it's singular. I don't
Okay.
know if it's a boy or girl.
Got it. Sorry, I thought you meant like multiple
You hear
whispers. I was like,
multiple
oh
whisper
god.
laughs in your ear.
Legion!
Creepy.
Oh god. Like this isn't. Let's not pretend like.
I mean, it's creepy.
Yeah,
but
it's,
also, you know, endearing.
What are you doing out here?
I'm always out here.
Milo's just scanning, trying to see if there's any movement.
So the area you saw the green from, as you got closer, it like dimmed out, and then you look further, and there's like a green dim, kind of like 10 feet away.
Like it's now closer than it was?
No, further away.
I do. What are you?
I guess your kind would call me a pixie.
Right. Divine sense.
They don't. They're not celestial. And they're not undead or a fiend.
Okay. Good and evil.
Good. You sense good.
I sense good. Okay.
Also retroactive. You would have sensed good from the cat as well.
Pixie, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What does a pixie like you do? Well, what's a pixie doing out in the forest?
We're always in the forest.
Uh-huh. Right. Well,
But we don't see giants like you too often.
Milo actually like the whole like the demeanor that he had of like focused and very serious broke as soon as he got called a giant. I'm sorry, that's the first time I've ever heard that, unironically. Um, what you say this is the first time you've seen anybody like me out here?
Mm-hmm.
That puts my mind at ease a little bit. Well, would you like to come meet some others, or you want to stay out here?
Is it safe?
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, safe's a relative term. Seems every time I turn around, I'm getting attacked by something. But myself and my companions, we mean you no harm. Pretty sure Knox will behave for the most part. I'm not too sure on him. Sorry. Pixie dust. Ugh. Anyway, terrible food sinuses. But yeah, you don't have anything to fear from us.
Okay.
Milo kind of gathers the sticks back up that he had dropped.
As you're doing
Okay.
it, the other sticks kind of like glow a little bit and start to float and like stack up into your hands as well.
Thank you.
No
Appreciate the
problem.
help. Milo starts making his way back to the camp. Well, what do I call you?
Me?
Yep.
I don't have a name.
What's with these creatures not having names?
I mean,
All
if
right.
you're by yourself, would you call yourself something?
Probably.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Sounds very humanly
you,
of you.
all right, Pixie. Guess that'll have to do for now. Milo kind of walks.
As Milo's
Yeah.
walking back, the glow is just like getting closer, but still like at least 10 feet away from Milo.
Got it.
And then when you get to the opening where the camp's being set up, he just kind of dimmers, the glow kind of dimmers off in the distance by like, I don't know, a bush.
Hey, this is Sheeta. and I guess, well, Mesra as well. Actually, no, everybody. Lord
Everybody.
knows I don't know what everybody. Y'all know anything about pixies?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
Recall knowledge on pixies? Question mark. Let me do a history, if that's okay, Stacks.
Okay.
There it goes. Oh, a solid 6. Nope.
You know them to be like mischievous creatures, but other than that, you haven't like seen a pixie before. They're kind of like folklore, fairy tale type things. Most people don't believe in them.
I don't think they exist.
You tell me of all the things you've seen out here, you think a pixie's a thing that don't exist?
Yep.
Why do you ask, Milo?
Well, as I was gathering up some firewood, a thing that is claiming to be a pixie started talking to me and is sitting right about there. He kind of gestures over his shoulder towards like where the glow was.
Zashida kind of looks over his shoulder.
It takes a second, but you start to see like a faint dimming green light from the bush.
Is it friendly? Well, I'm assuming it is if you brought it to camp.
It claimed to be friendly enough, and it seems to be out here by itself. Referred to me as a giant, which, as you can imagine, made me laugh.
Of course.
But, seems like it's alright. But saying that it hasn't seen anything like me out here and ever. So that kind of puts my mind at ease slightly. But,
Does it have a name?
no, it doesn't. Seems I'm just gonna call it what it is. So I just kind of referring to it as Pixie for now. Till it chooses a name that it wants to use.
Fair enough.
Pixie, you wanna come out of the bushes, or you just gonna hang out there?
Your friends are really, really big.
Yeah, this kind of was the why I laughed when you called me a giant.
But you are a giant.
Yeah, I guess everything's a matter of perspective. Right. Well, we're gonna sit up here. Feel free to stay there if you like. No pressure. Milo just kind of begins setting up the campfire to start cooking the rations and all that.
Okay.
Oh, Knox, don't attack the pixie. I don't know if that's something you do or just don't, please.
Why would I attack the small creature?
Well, I mean, you are a cat, and it's a small glowy thing. Isn't that kind of like your species thing to kind of attack?
He just looks at you from like the back of the carriage. No, that's not.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure, if I didn't
that's,
have something that could like point a light on the ground and you wouldn't chase it up a wall or anything like that.
Why would I?
That's
chase
speciesist?
something up a wall, Milo?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know you very much. I've seen smaller animals like yourself chase, fairy lights around on the ground, trying to catch them.
He just kind of like stares at you.
I have a feeling you don't like me much. Or at least not anymore.
Donner comes over. I know this wasn't part of the deal, but I got enough food in case you all are hungry. He looks over
Milo
at Kugel.
nods.
You don't need a lot, do you?
Of course I do. Only when I want to, though.
Right. When he like smokes on his cigar.
I think we'll be alright on rations. I appreciate the offer, though.
All's the same. I'm going to go eat. And then he goes over, starts scooping out the campfire stew that he's made. Makes a plate of it, hands it over to Kip, and then makes another plate and starts eating.
Milo just kind of starts kind of whipping up some of his rations a little bit.
Zashida walks over to Nox. Nox, would you mind with me, accompanying me? I, want to take a look around.
And he
phone.
like vanishes and reappears at your side. Of course.
Very much appreciate. She goes over to Mazera. Mazera, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a short walk around the perimeter.
Right.
And that she just nods and walks off with Nox.
Okay. Mazera, make a perception check.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
20.
As Zashida and the kitty are walking off, you look down at like your hair and you see like a faint glow in like the bunch of it, like where it kind of hangs off.
In my hair?
Yes.
So, Mazera starts checking her hair.
And the light comes out and it's glowing green. Your hair's really pretty.
Thank you.
It's green like me.
Are you the pixie?
Yeah, that's what your friend calls me.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Mazera.
Oh, that's where I say the name. The other giant said my name is Pixie, so...
So, what are you doing around here?
Oh, the same thing I do every time. Just look around. See if I can find any nice stuff.
Nice stuff, like what?
Anything shiny, anything pretty, anything, cool.
As he picks up Mazera and flies off with her. Pretty things? Oh, you're pretty. Flies off.
God damn it! Sacred flame!
Oh. Did somebody hurt you?
I was bitten by a vampire.
Oh, that's not very nice.
I was given medicine to help, but I haven't finished taking it yet.
Medicine?
Yes, to make sure I don't become a vampire.
Do you want to become a vampire?
No, I don't.
Oh, then you better take your medicine.
I have to wait until midnight.
That's weird. Why do you have to wait till midnight?
I'm not sure, but the lady who gave me the medicine told me I had to wait until midnight to finish taking it.
Hmm. Ooh. Um. I could do you a favor if we can be friends.
Sort of favor.
Well, I can heal you.
We can be friends.
Oh, cool. I mean, thank you.
You could do something for me? Absolutely, we could be friends.
Oh, this benefits me greatly. All right, sir.
You're gonna be the best of friends.
On the agreement to friends, the pixie like goes up to Mazra's neck where the scarf sat, and he like touches her neck slightly, and you see like a familiar like greenish hue. Then like radiant light seems to emit around that area, and after a couple of seconds, he lets go, and you look down, and the area where your bite marks are gone, and like that whole area of your neck is like healed.
Thank you very much.
No problem, Mazra.
You're very sweet.
Us green folks gotta stick together. Zashida, what are you perimetering?
I'm probably walking about maybe probably make my way around like maybe 40 feet away from the camp, just going around in a circle around it.
It gets to a point where like the creek bed opens up to like a slight river, so rather than going across that, you just double back. But aside from like owls and other creatures moving about in the woods, which are like normal for you, you don't hear or see anything that's alarming.
I do enjoy the quiet of the forest.
Yes, it is very relaxing.
But to be honest, I kind of miss my home.
As do I, sometimes. My companion. We used to go into the woods a lot and have similar walks like this.
You had a companion before myself.
Yes, many, many years ago.
What happened to your other companion?
They have departed. Well, they are no longer here.
I see, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. You were not the one that killed them.
How long have you been in Barovia?
I was telling your shorter friend, Milo. It's been centuries.
You've been alive for quite some time.
Yes, us Fey folks seem to live for quite a bit.
You're not originally from Barovia, are you?
I am not. This one resonates from a place much different than here. A happier place.
Do you know the name of this place?
That That I cannot recall.
Ah, I see. I just hope we can escape soon.
Yes, but we must do it carefully, if at all.
You're right. Strahd is nothing to scoff at.
Strahd, you say?
She nods.
And that is the name of the creature that killed my companion.
I'm so sorry.
It was a long time ago.
That still doesn't make it right. Well, hopefully, with some luck, we'll be able to defeat Strahd.
Somehow I fear we will need more than just luck.
Well, one can hope we just need luck, she says with a slight smile. We should probably get back to camp before Milo starts worrying.
Does he ever relax?
From what I've seen, no. Unless he's got a bottle in his hand.
As y'all get closer to camp, Nox looks up at you. Zashida. And he stops.
Yes. What is it, Nox?
Place your hand on my head.
She kind of tilts her head. Do you want another pet?
Not exactly. I need to show you something.
Very well. And she places her right hand on his forehead.
In an instant, you two are engulfed in like this darkness, and you reappear next to Mazera.
Mazera?
Wait,
Nah.
how?
So Shino looks to Nox. So you can use your teleportation powers on other people, as long as they're touching you?
The ones I choose, yes.
Well, that's interesting to know. Looks over to Mazer, who's just like, what in the actual hell? Sorry if we speak to you, Mazera.
It's alright.
The pixie's just like sitting on Mazera's finger.
Is this our new pixie friend?
This is Pixie.
It's nice to meet you, Pixie. I'm Zashida. It's nice to meet you.
You're really, really tall.
Not really for my species.
Well,
Perhaps to you, though.
yes, my species. You're. What's bigger than a giant?
A colossal?
Super giant.
Are you a colossal?
No, I'm not a colossal. I'm just a normal human.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're a human.
Yes.
I'm a halfling.
Halfling what?
It's just what I'm called, a halfling.
Oh, okay, okay.
Happy to inform I didn't see anything on my patrol, so we should be all right for the evening.
It's good.
What are Milo and Klugel up to?
As you look around, you see Klugel has set up like a makeshift desk and has just started like writing down notes and stuff. And there's like a
What-
rock for a chair and a big stump for like a table to write on.
What are you up to, Klugel?
All this stuff. I need answers. I need answers.
Answers?
Yes.
To what?
Everything.
Oh. Anything in particular?
What is the headless horse thing? Yes, that's what I'm working on currently.
That is
How
a
does
good
he live
question.
without a head? Yes.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
16.
You all watch as Klugel's like sitting there talking frantically. He shrinks about half his size in his seat. And Klugel, you watch as everyone kind of gets bigger around you.
Are you got Matt? Sorry, I start like standing up in my chair now so I can take notes. Why am I shrinking? More answers. Need.
Well, that's odd.
Very.
Make a perception check, Mazura and Zashida.
A 10.
Mazura, you're
19.
able to notice on your finger, the pixie is like using its magic. That one was way too big.
See, can you please change him back?
Huh?
More importantly, how are you doing this?
It's a spell.
I need to know.
Magic.
Magic.
And it like
Unexplained science.
flies over to you. Half the size of Klugel. Or Klugel half size.
Whichever one. What?
You said change him back, Mazura?
Can you please change him back?
And he like wiggles his hands and more magic energy comes out and then poof, giant Klugel appears.
I see. Writes down the notes on it.
What are you writing?
Everything. I need. Yeah. Normally I can, slowly go through all my ideas and thoughts, and then today happened, and now I had so many questions, not enough answers.
Fuck you, no answers, the end!
This tiny glowing pixie like lands on Klugel's shoulder and is like looking over at the notes and like acting like it knows what it's reading.
The longer he stays there, the more I start explaining to him.
You just found yourself a permanent person to listen in to your rants.
Yeah. But yeah, as long as he's listening, I will be talking. So.
Well, I think Sashida's gonna take this opportunity to hit the hay.
Didn't she just sleep for 7 hours? This girl.
Listen, this girl likes her sleep, okay? And what else is she gonna do?
Listen to the ranting Klugel, obviously.
I have stories to tell. Questions that need answers.
Well,
Mazura,
Sashida does not have those answers.
about help Mazura stay up until midnight.
Also true.
But yeah, she informs Klugel and Mazur that she's going to bed, and then she goes off to find Milo, wherever he's at.
I mean, Milo's just sitting by his campfire, just cooking.
Sashida walks over. Well, I think I'm going to go back to bed. Wake me if anything happens. Oh, and Milo,
Yeah.
don't ever use your shield to wake me up again.
I promise not to use my shield if you promise not to roll over and say 5 more minutes when I go to wake you up.
She raises a brow at him. Are you denying a woman her beauty sleep?
Oh no, this is a pit. Milo, run away.
It's a trap.
Well, if I do say so myself, I think you've gotten plenty of it.
She smirks. Good night, Milo.
That's the cheetah.
And she goes
Say
back
good.
into the cart and goes to sleep.
That's how you get out of that one. That's how you get out of that one without losing your head.
As
Shower with compliments.
as Klugel's talking to this pixie, the pixie looks at him. Do you want to be friends?
Of course, yes. And I just go right back to talking about all my things.
Oh, cool. And he like touches you, and he imbues you with keen mind, so you know everything you've read within the last month. Okay, you know you can accurately recall anything you have seen or heard within the past month. You always know the number of hours left before the next sunrise or sunset, and you always know which way is north. And your intelligence can increase to 20 now.
My intelligence does increase to 20 now, or
Yeah. It increases
I'm
by
just-
1 to a maximum of 20. But
I
yours is at
imagine
19, so it goes up more.
the non-existent pupils in his eyes expand as he's just like,
I've
No
been
way!
awakened!
I don't need these notes.
Who needs notes?
Oh my
He just
God.
flips the stump over. I know everything.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power.
I start taking less notes as I think more and more about, I guess just the other stuff. So now that I remember everything, I'm starting to like think about it and just instead of writing it all out, I'm just pondering it more in my head. So I'm just like, oh, what now? Wait. With knowledge comes more questions.
Sorry, your intelligence goes to 19 because it was at 18. There you go.
I gain 1 intelligence. Still increase. Nope. Yep, 1. Still increase knowledge. Brain power.
Knowledge is all the power.
Anyway, so now I'm like, I have someone, and I talk to him even faster and more confusingly.
He's just like nodding along.
I keep talking to him. Well, for another, 4. I need 4 hours of sleep, so eventually I'll, let him free because I have to sleep, quote unquote sleep.
Kip comes over to Milo. So, how long have you all been traveling for?
Oh, that was just kind of poking at the food he's cooking. Not long, probably since we got to, since we've been here, so let's say about a week or so.
Oh, well, y'all seem like a pretty good bunch. We normally don't get as lively travelers.
Yeah, imagine not. A lot of the people we seem to have come across have been, oh, how do I want to phrase this? Odd, we'll say.
That's pretty accurate.
Do you guys typically courier or chauffeur people around the area, or what are you guys doing back there in town?
We can. Normally, we set up shop and kind of sell some of our wares that we've gathered, which you'll probably noticed in the back of the carriage, but from the looks of it, I don't think the master was gonna get too much of it sold with all those other shops and things at the fair.
Yeah, seems pretty fortunate that we happened to hire you when we did. Otherwise, wouldn't have known what would happen there.
Yeah, I guess it kind of worked out then. Well, y'all are more than welcome to sleep in the back of the carriage if you like, or if you have tent, tent gear you can set up. I think the master's gonna go to sleep here soon, and I'll make sure all the lanterns and everything are hushed out before I go to bed.
Yeah. You ain't worrying about the march?
The march?
Yeah, the thing that happens at midnight, all the souls, the undead, or whatever the hell it is, begin walking around. Nothing.
I mean, you don't plan on bothering them, do you?
Not really, but I wasn't sure how necessarily it worked. If you're just out and about if they mess with you, or do you actually have to interact with them for them to interact with you?
I don't think they really interact much. Pretty much all the warring souls in the land just start to head towards the castle as best they can. And then it repeats each night.
Fair enough. Interested to see what happens, actually.
With the march?
Yeah, this is most of the time we've been in a town or a spot that we can hunker down during the march. Idle curiosity of what it would be like up close and personal. Don't worry, I'm not gonna go out there and start poking at them or anything crazy like that.
Well, good night, mister. Try not to stay up too late. I think the master wants to leave early morning.
I'll keep that in mind. You have a safe night.
You too. And he kind of goes over to the pond and skips a couple of rocks. Klugel, because of your new keen mind state, you're aware of when sunrise is going to come, so you're able to determine when midnight is going to come based on it. Roughly 30 minutes before midnight, the settling fog kind of sets back in, but it's a little less permeant than it normally is, to where you can see through it off in the distance, as it starts to feel kind of like that valley area.
Yeah, and I'll let Mazera know, considering she might not. I'll be like, by the way, it's 5 to midnight.
And on the stroke of midnight, not that many, but a couple of souls off in the distance, like in the forest, you can see start walking back towards where y'all came from, but also more so in the direction of the castle than Valaki in question.
I am going to try to discern where they're... what are they? Are they human? Are they...
Okay, you see human, an elf, and a dwarf in this case, off in the distance.
Got it. Making sure aren't they pixies or something weird like that.
Since it's midnight, Mazer is going to take the rest of her potion.
You take it, and It kind of just like tastes like water. Before it kind of had like a what's the word? Alcoholic aftertaste, but now it just seems like it's a bottle of water. But you take it and you feel better. I mean, you felt better since the pixie kind of like healed you earlier, but you feel better in the sense that that warring dread that was over you is kind of like over and done.
And now that she's taken it, she's gonna let herself go to sleep.
Okay. Aside from that, I think that's everyone. Is Milo doing anything before?
Oh, he is. So we're going to nurse a bottle and kind of stare at the fire until it goes out, and try to find some sleep.
The pixie kind of like comes over to you. Are y'all leaving tomorrow?
Milo glances over at it. Yeah, we're heading on. We got some things we got to take care of. Hopefully to make this area better. Why do you think about tagging along?
Tag along?
Yeah, that's let me find some simpler words. To come
It's
with
like a
us,
cookie,
accompany
right?
us. I'm familiar with that. More of you coming with us,
Oh,
or you have to stay in the forest for some reason.
well, I've never left the forest.
Have you just been out here by yourself this whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, if you want to get out of here, by all means, you are more than welcome to join us. But if you'd rather stay, then by all means, I'm not going to force you one way or the other.
Milo,
Yeah,
are we friends?
Milo kind of chuckles. You know what, Pixie? After the hell of a week I've had, yeah, I say we're friends.
Okay, well, wait 1 second. And then he like flutters off. And then he comes back.
I say I ain't going nowhere.
I want to give you this. And then he like, this bag just like pops and lands into your lap.
Thank you. What? I open up the bag. How big is this thing?
It's about like a sack size. Not too big. Has a strap to where you can attach it to your belt and whatnot.
Okay. This. Okay. Like that does, like that didn't even really give me a size. I'm sorry. Like that didn't.
It is.
Like, are we talking like softball size, a little smaller, a little bigger?
Oh no, it's like book size, but back, but not a book.
Size of a book.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
paperback
a book
novel?
and compare
Like a
it
paper-
to like Milo's hip.
Okay, so we're talking like a paperback book.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry, you just sack size. Okay. What flavor is it? I was like, I have pie. What flavor is it? Pie flavor.
Yes, the pies.
Yes, the pie flavored pie, which I keep waiting to hear more about. Anyway, so the sack-sized sack. Open it up.
It's empty. It's got all my treasures in it.
Right. Pixie, I might be the dim light, the long trek, or even possibly the alcohol. This bag don't look like it has anything in it.
Huh? And he
I
like
mean, you take a look.
opens it up. It's right here, and he reaches in, and there's like a handful of gold in his hand, and then he puts it back in, and then this one, and he pulls out like a gem, and then he puts it back in, and each time he's doing this, they're like vanishing.
What? Hold on. Milo kind of sticks his hand in and like just kind of grabs, and then like pulls out. Is there anything in his hand?
No.
Puts his hand back in. Gold. And then pulls his hand out.
About 10 pieces are in your hand of gold. See, that's how you do it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's super nifty. He puts the gold back in. Do you? What's all in here? I know you said your treasures, but like, anything crazy I need to worry about?
No.
Like you ain't got like a little. You ain't got like a little powder keg in here, right?
What is that?
It's kind of like you know what black powder? It's kind of like some. Think of like it's a real dark, like black dust that when you set fire to it can ignite. And so some people like to pack it in real tight and they put it inside like a little clay pot or sometimes like a little barrel. And when you light it, then it explodes.
The pixie's like looking at you very strangely. That doesn't sound shiny. I mean, the explosion does.
Yeah, the effect is shiny, but like the substance itself is pretty dull, dirty, if you will.
Well, I don't think I would want to get my other stuff dirty, so I don't think I have any of that in there.
Alright, so you got shiny things in here then.
Mm-hmm.
Anything I'm gonna worry about cutting myself with, like a dagger, sword, anything like that?
No.
Alright. Well, I mean, I'll hang on to it if you want me to.
Okay.
It's just something about you carrying that around is just... Sorry, it's just comical to me.
Well, I don't carry it around. I usually just have it in the woods.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Well, yeah, I'm more than happy to hold on to this for you.
Okay.
Milo kind of looks for a second. You ever had spirits?
Spirits?
Milo, Milo takes the lid to the bottle. Actually, no. I don't think. Is that a flask? Yeah, a flask. Milo takes the flask and kind of opens it and puts like a very small amount of the alcohol in the lid top. It's alcohol. You familiar?
No.
Want to try some?
This pixie's going to take one drop and get hammered.
Sure.
Actually, now that I think about it, let me let's not offer this. Milo kind of pulls it back.
He grabs it and
Next
drinks
time we're in a. Oh shit. He's just drinking the little bit that was in the lid, right?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that tasted awful. Why would
Yeah,
you
it's
drink
kind
that?
of a. It's an acquired taste. It helps with the stuff.
With
Milo takes a big
death?
swig back. With what?
Tastes like death.
Oh, with death? Well, helps with a few different things. Alleviates aches and pains. Helps you forget about things. It's nice.
Well, why would you want to forget about things? It's easier to just hit yourself over the head with a rock.
Milo chuckles. Yeah, but this one doesn't hurt as much. Slash, I'm not going to kill myself accidentally with it.
I think that depends on how much you drink there, Milo.
Yeah, you're smarter than you let on there, Pixie. Smarter than you let on. He takes another big swig and then closes up the bottle. Or closes up the flask.
He just looks
Well,
at you
Pixie,
like,
I'm gonna get a little shut eye before tomorrow. I don't know if you need sleep or not, but I'm gonna pass out for a little bit. You wanna come along in the morning, by all means. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure.
oh, okay. Well, good night, Milo.
Alright, Pixie. Milo kind of props his shield up against props the shield up against a tree that he was leaning on, and then just kind of uses that to like kind of rest a bit, and then uses his foot to kind of kick some dirt on the fire, kind of putting it out, and then just kind of lays his head back and falls asleep.
Without much effort, everyone's able to get some rest for those that need it, obviously. Daytime arrives without much worry or want. The first sign of sunlight, Donner kind of comes out of the tent and starts packing up things. Shortly after, Kip comes out of the tent and like starts packing up the tent and everything and getting the horses ready.
Milo, well, I mean, I guess who's waking up?
I mean, Klugel sleeps less than all y'all, so probably Klugel first. Back to taking notes.
Was,
Do I still feel smart?
Yeah, keen minds forever. So everything you know for the past month, you'll know. Well, hear or have heard or seen in the past month.
Well then.
Does Mazera see any sign of Pixie?
Not currently.
So intelligence permanently 19, you say?
Yes. And you can also remember when sunrise and sunset is, how many hours it is from it, and I think that's it. I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's a feat.
Yeah, I put it on your D&D Beyond one, but I didn't do it on your.
That's fine, I can do my roll 21. I'm just making sure I got everything.
Oh, okay.
That is pretty dang sweet.
Guess Ashita still sleep. The woman can't have possibly slept for like 14 hours.
I think you underestimate.
Not just Zashida, but who she is controlled by.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh.
It's not a bad
No,
thing.
no. So, one of you can go check, but she's not in the carriage.
I mean, I'm not checking. I'm writing notes. Well, braining notes. Who needs notes now?
All right. I guess Milo's waking up.
Okay.
Hmm.
Did you say if Mazera was up?
Mazera's up.
Okay.
All right. Let's get the camp rolling here.
Y'all notice that
Sheeta.
Sashida's not there from those who slept in the carriage and then those who slept outside.
Sheeta, don't make me bang the shield. He walks around to the side. This is a sheet. I assume the Nox is gone as well.
No.
No.
He's sleeping.
God damn it.
So I woke up half joking. I'm like, what has she got?
You haven't noticed anything there? Mister don't need no sleep, taking notes all night.
I did not notice anything. No.
You are just an enigma. You know that? All right.
Thanks for the compliment.
Fuck. Well, you mind trying to look for any tracks?
That would be ideal. All right, let me roll what? Investigation? Perception?
Survival.
I can do that. He says, and gets a 10. God damn it, I'm rolling terribly. I'm looking, but half-heartedly because I just want to take notes.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Unbeknownst to everyone else.
Nope, I don't see
It's
her.
like, yeah, I'll look for her. No, there's nothing here. Time to go back to my stone.
Milo just like lets out just a deep sigh. It's like not really disappointed, just more of like, what did I expect?
Also, Milo, if you refresh your character sheet, you should see that you're now in possession of a bag of holding.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what the hell? What else is in this bag? Other than 10 gold pieces and a shiny coin or a shiny gem. Good.
Is anyone looking for Zashida?
Well,
Mazera
yeah.
is.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
already
Milo's going
looked.
to
She's
start.
nowhere to be found. She must
She
be
is gone
dead.
forever.
Oh, my God.
So y'all start to fan out, going through the woods and surrounding area to try and find her.
Rashida! Rashida, we ain't got time for this. Hey, Knox.
Yes, Milo.
You, happen to know where she went?
Not offhand.
You, happen to be able to do any teleport tour kind of shenaniganry?
She can see through my eyes. I cannot, however, see through hers.
Ain't that about the worst party trick I've ever heard of? Alright.
Bax, I sent you a.
You mind taking a look, helping out here?
Very well. And he vanishes and appears next to Milo as he starts to expand the search as well. Roll another round of investigation checks.
Investigation.
4.
Oof.
0.
Oof.
Oh my god!
Oh, sorry, not investigation, perception. I was like, why are they so bad? Oh wait, none of them are proficient in
15.
intelligence.
Well, there's one person who has intelligence, and he rolled like garbage.
Yeah, but he did a
Well, he
survival.
added a wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Y'all walk for a little bit, and you come across an open meadow that has like various flowers and things growing in it. And off in the center, you can kind of see Zashida, like laying there.
Can I tell her she's conscious from where I'm at?
Not from where you're at. She's like towards the middle of the meadow.
Milo kind of pulls his shield out just in case and kind of starts approaching. Hey, Zashida. Zashida. As he
He
kinda
hears
walks
a bit of
closer.
a grumble. What is it?
You, feeling alright?
You don't by chance sleepwalk.
She sleep wild shapes.
I was gonna say, is she like still dressed in like normal clothes? Like, is it
Yeah,
anything
she's
tattered, bloody, nothing?
No.
I expect like werewolf thing happening here.
No. She sits up, stretches. Oh God, is it morning already?
About as morning as it gets here.
I'm
You,
sorry if I worried you. I woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't go back to sleep, so I decided to stargate. I must have dozed off.
Yeah. You did what now? Try to stare at the. Have there been stars? Since we
Not necessarily. I mean, they'll be at night. It's a little bit easier to see the sky than it is during the day because of the overcast, but it's like hit or miss. Depends on how much the moon is showing of whether or not you can see a lot of the stars. You can see a couple, but
Well, mind letting at least somebody know before you start stargazing?
I'm sorry, I didn't want to wake any of you up.
Well, I'd rather get woken up by you saying you're going for a walk than to wake up and find you not sleeping where we left you.
My apologies.
know.
I won't do it again.
Lord Nord disappear in the middle of the night, a lot of other crazy shit. You know how it goes.
Alright.
He kind of raised an eyebrow. You kind of get where I'm going from here.
Yes, Milo. I'm sorry.
Yes, Dad.
hey, Zashida. You hear
He turns around to Klugel. Don't you couldn't find your ass with both hands, all right? Go back to doodling on your stump.
You know what? I think I will.
Oh, you're fucking saying dad and shit. Fucking old robot.
Zashida, you hear behind you. Hey, Zashida.
She kind of turns to Pixie.
There's Pixie. Do you always snore when you're asleep?
I don't think I do.
Oh. Okay.
Why do you ask?
I don't know. I was just watching you, and I heard snoring.
You were watching me sleep.
Well, yeah, you went all by yourself. Everybody else was at the camp.
Right. She's not creeped out by this at all, no. Is there something else I can help you with, Pixie?
No, Milo said I can come with y'all.
Well, the more the merrier, I always say.
Where's the kitty cat?
Knox?
Or he's just like laying in the grass.
He's over there.
Oh, okay.
But I should probably not keep the others waiting any longer. Probably head back to the carriage and get a move on.
He nods and just like sits on your shoulder.
Knox, are you coming?
Yes, I think I will.
Let's move out then.
He stretches and then gets up and walks next to you.
And they head back to camp.
As you like catch up to Milo bickering at Klugel. Don't you talk to me in that tone of voice.
Alright, first off, I don't know who you're trying to impersonate there, but it didn't match either of our
Don't you
characters.
talk to me in that tone. That tone.
Alright, first off, still not there. Just because you went low.
Go lower. Don't you talk to me in that
Don't you-
tone.
Now. I gotta draw out the letters more. Now, don't you go out and talk to me in that tone.
Oh my god.
I don't appreciate this.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah, I'm all packed up.
Donner and Kip have gotten everything ready. The horse is all set. The campsites are put out properly. As y'all arrive back, he is just hopping on to the front of the carriage as Kip like looks out to see that y'all are here. They've arrived back, sir. Good. I didn't want to have to leave them.
Milo just climbs it. Like, Milo just kind of like shakes his head, like, yeah, something tells me you would have too. Climbs in the back.
So she takes a seat on a crate in the wagon.
So does the Mazer.
Klugel's in.
In hops Knox. The Pixie's already there, and with everyone inside, the carriage starts to go on its way.
So how much farther until we reach our destination?
Forever. Dun, dun, dun.
I reckon it's gonna be full day's travel, give or take.
I guess we're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, y'all seem to be making good distance.
Keep it that way.
Y'all arriving close to noon time, when you feel the carriage kind of like come to a stop.
Why did we stop?
I look out to see if we're like near town or something.
Like you're near a town. You're still like in the woods, not so much in the thick of it. You can see kind of like it's starting to branch out a bit, but you're just looking like out the back of the carriage.
Yeah.
She was gonna ask the carriage driver, "What's up?"
Looks like we have a roadblock.
Roadblock. What do you mean? She kind of like gets out of the wagon and takes a look.
You come out around the. When you come around the front of the wagon, you see a large spear jabbed through the chest of Kip as he lays there bleeding, dead. Donner looks forward, and there are 3 headless horsemen riding on blazing horses, staring down
You
at you.
motherfucker.
And that, my friends, is where we are going to climactically conclude.
It looks like we hit a roadblock. Yeah, your young ward's just dead.
Like, yeah, your homie just got hit with a spear. How the fuck? Alright. Whatever.
Curse of Strahd is going to pick up later, as I said. We'll probably mix things up in between then, but look forward to this returning, hopefully later this year or early next year, depending. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end it.
You fuck.
Oh. No, I don't want to wait that long.
Climaxes are the best.
So long.
Kip.
Lotto.
I know, poor Kip.
Thank
Y'all
you
are
to
gonna
everyone in
finish this
chat.
and have like a very long funeral service for all the dead people, just throughout all the episodes.
None of us have died. Hey.
Hey, survival checks are still good. Hey,
Hey!
I got a nat 20 today. Of course it was good.
nice. Moment of silence for Kip.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Kip.
Tell me this fucking guy didn't see 3 goddamn horsemen until they were close enough to clear his ward.
I mean, the fog might have blocked their view.
They're
R.I.P. Kip.
they're flaming, deadless horsemen.
The
Fire
fog is
to
very
that
thick,
Though,
alright?
That yeet.
Fire typically goes through fog.
That yeet.
You're overthinking it, of course. He was asleep at the wheel.
As
He doesn't want to admit it.
That's one
as
way
is
to
my
wake up.
way here.
My ward's dead. Oh, must be headless horseman.
Oh, God.
Every time.
Why have the horses stopped? Oh, because Kip was
Murdered.
murdered to death. We are gonna raid
Murdered to
Reaper's
death.
past because he is
Play
playing
that Dark Alliance.
Dragons
Ooh,
Dark
'cause
Alliance.
aren't they coming out? Aren't they coming out with a new one?
Out yet?
Wait, the new one's out?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
What?
yep. Xbox Game Pass, baby.
I have to play that.
We'll catch you all later.